Hey guys, what's up? So I'm working on promoting burntheboats.org, and I'm going through this article that I mentioned in one of the previous videos on how to get press for your startup. And basically the process is building a large list of potential blogs to contact and then mass emailing these blogs through some software called BuzzStream. So I just wanted to run you through how I've been doing this. I'm about halfway done, I'd say. I've collected all the information of these blogs and I'm about to email them. So, alright, let's do it. First step is check out this article. I'll link to it in the description below. But basically, the first step is to build a list. So he suggests first going to a website called alltop.com, which is right here, and then to find different sections that are relevant to your product. So this is the personal achievement section of alltop.com. They've got tons of different sections of their website, and they list popular blogs along with recent articles under each blog in that category. So personal achievement is definitely one related to goal setting, which is what burntheboats.org is all about. And life hacks is another section which I thought seemed related, and getting things done is another one. And weight loss and diets is another one that I hadn't really thought too much about, but it seems like it could be relevant. So yeah, I decided to crawl this section as well. So then the next step is to download a Chrome extension, which he mentions here on his website called, what is it called here? Yeah, it's just called Scraper Chrome extension. He links to it on the website, so I'll let you check that out. Basically all you do is you right click after you install the Chrome extension, you right click on one of these red headings, which is the blog, so the Invisible Mentor blog for instance, and then you click Scrape Similar. And it will just pick out all of basically the heading to links. So basically all the red links that you see, all the things that are similar to that link, and they all correspond to blogs. So then you have a list of 57 blogs on this page, all of these red headings, and then you can copy that to a clipboard or export to Google Docs, and then you add them all. So if you copy it to a clipboard, I'll just show you what it looks like. Well, you get the idea. You copy the links basically. And then you do that for each section, and then you just paste them into a spreadsheet here. So anyway, I got about 180 different websites. This is the unique list right here on the right. And I got exactly 180 websites from that. Now, this is all from alltop.com. The author of the original article suggests you also go to some other thing, I forget what it's called. blogrank.com or blogrank, I'm not sure what the URL is. I tried that, it didn't work. The website has changed and scraping it seems to be much more difficult than it used to be. He also suggests going to another website and that searches Google News for you and will compile a comma-separated list of news articles related to your queries that you type in. So I tried that, but it turns out that their API is down and probably will be in the foreseeable future. At least that's how it looks. I've tried it a couple times. Hasn't worked. So after that, I just decided, okay, I have 180 sites already. I'm just going to email those first. So his next step here is to basically compile your press kit. I haven't done that. I'm going to wait till I get any responses at all because we're not sending that out in the initial query. But I did compose an email, which is very short. He gives a little a template here, which is just this one paragraph. Basically, hey, introduction and a one-line pitch, and then if you're interested in a press kit, let me know. Thank you. So very simple, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not an expert in this sort of marketing, so I'm just going to use something similar to that. And yeah, so anyway, what I've been doing is going through this list of websites that I've compiled. Oh, actually, before we get to that, the next step is actually creating your BuzzStream account. BuzzStream basically just helps you email large amounts of people and keeping track of your leads. So it lets you input a list of websites, and I guess they have a database and or a web crawler on there. And once you input all of the websites of blogs, they will crawl it for contact information and names, and email addresses, Twitter profiles, Facebook profiles, etc. So that you can basically just easily contact them once you have the URL of the blog you're trying to contact. So I set up an account. You actually have to put in your credit card information for the 14-day free trial, which is kind of annoying. But nonetheless, I did it. Got all the websites in here, and then I just went through and I opened each one up, and I just basically checked to see if it was something actually legit that was related to goal setting and productivity, because about half of them weren't. Actually, almost exactly half. So I started with 180 websites. I checked out each one. I looked at their content, and I have 92 websites now. So I cut out half of them. Some of them were just ridiculously not related, or just like shut down, not active. So yeah, I have 92 websites. These are all fairly promising looking. Like, I could definitely see an article being written on any of these websites about, productivity or whatever, about Burn the Boats. So yeah, I'm gonna start contacting them. What I've since discovered though is that a lot of these actually don't have email addresses on them, or else they're sort of collectives for different bloggers to submit articles to, so you actually have to look for the individual contributors' information, not the blog's information, which is going to be another pain in the ass, but just part of the game, all in the game. So some of them do have contact information though, like Asian Efficiency, but see, this is just myuser@email.com. They just provided a fake email for that. So let's see, does Desk Time have one? Yeah, but this is for a software as a service product, the helpline, support of Desk Time. That doesn't work. So there's going to be a lot more work involved in actually getting the contact information. It's not as easy as it seems, is I guess what I've taken from this exercise thus far. Yeah, maybe only 1 out of 3 actually list an email address, and the ones I've peeped so far are just bogus. So here's another help desk one. The Get Organized Wizard, which is a software product. They have a blog as well, which I wanted to get featured on, but the email address is just helpdesk at their URL, which is probably just for customer service inquiries with regards to their software product. Anyway, this video is getting kind of long. You get the idea. The article makes it seem really easy. In fact, he said that he starts with about 1,000 leads. I don't really see how that's possible. I guess he did mention those other websites for learning about other blogs, for getting a larger list of blogs that did not work for me. So I'll have to find new ways to do that. But man, getting 182 was difficult enough, in my niche, which is actually a huge niche, productivity, goal setting. There should be a ton of, self-development type blogs out there. So I'm not really sure how you'd get 1,000 blogs. I mean, once you do, just going through each one is, it's not easy. It's not as easy as it seemed in the article. I'll just say that. Nonetheless, I'm still going to go through with it and just see what happens. I estimate I'll maybe be able to contact about half of these blogs that I've collected so far, so maybe 45 blogs. And if I get a couple responses and a couple articles from that, I guess it'll be worth it. Who knows? A lot of these are really small blogs, though, but I can't imagine having any kind of readership. There's this domain authority ranking here, which seems kind of bogus. For some of the larger blogs, it accurately says that they're a big blog, but for some of the smaller or more questionable ones, it also says that. So who knows? But it's all about the process. Again, it's not really about burn the boats. It's just about trying different things. And for me, really being a little bit more aggressive and proactive with this whole marketing side of things, prospecting, trying to get the word out there. In this case, trying to basically just pitch journalists, right? So if this works out, it'll be something that I do regularly for my other projects that I put out, because I like to put out projects fairly regularly, and it'll just be another tool in the toolbox. So I always try different stuff, see what works. And if you're the only one working on your side project or your startup or whatever, you really have to get good at prospecting and sales. You can't just ignore it, especially if you're an engineer. It's tempting to do, as I've talked about in other videos. But it's necessary, so I'm trying to just do it. Anyway, that's it for this video. Subscribe if you want to follow along, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.